And you say, Pastor Clay, how was God's grace and mercy shown when the floods came in? We're going to start in Genesis 6, verse 5. Then the Lord saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every intent of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And the Lord was sorry that he had made man on earth, and that he was grieved in his heart. So the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, creeping thing, and the birds of the air. For I am sorry that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was just a just man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with God, and Noah begot 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth was also corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. So God looked upon the earth, and indeed it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. The grace that was shown in this was that Noah was a just man. He raised his sons to be just, and therefore they were spared also. And we don't go into it in this passage of scriptures, but Noah, being a righteous, just man, would have preached that God desires communion with us, and he would have preached God desires for us to observe him and love him and serve him. So the grace in that, and it says this prior in this passage of scriptures, not where we read, prior in this book, that Noah took 120 years to build the ark. For 120 years, God's mercy was so abundant on the earth. And we look at that passage of scripture of God destroying the earth in the flood, but what we don't always talk about is the grace and mercy that was shown for 120 years. Could you imagine Noah building the ark, people coming by, what you doing? I'm building a boat. What for? Well, first of all, what's a boat? Second of all, what for? For the rain that's coming? It had never rained on the earth before. People looking at, what's rain? Well, it's going to come out of the sky, and it's going to flood the whole earth, and there's only going to be water, and there's not going to be any place, and that's why I'm building this boat. Well, why? Because I'm certain, like as much as anything I've ever known in my life, that Noah had the opportunity to tell people about what God was going to do and to turn from their sinful ways. And for 120 years, he built that ship, and people walked by and paid no attention to him. Can you imagine what was said about him? Oh, I'm sure people went on Zillow looking for a new house, and they're like, you know what? Let's go tour the neighborhood. And you're touring the neighborhood. What's that? Oh, that's a boat. That's the crazy guy. Pay no attention to him. He thinks a flood's coming. There was opportunity after opportunity after opportunity because of God's great mercy. But people didn't want a part of that.